Picture this. A tiny speck of land, just 840 acres, sitting 1.5 miles off the coast of Long Island, New York. Shrouded in mist, guarded by armed patrols, and locked away from prying eyes. This is Plum Island, a place where the line between science and nightmare blurs. Officially, it's home to the Plum Island Animal Disease Center, a federal facility studying deadly livestock pathogens. But beneath the surface, whispers of conspiracies swirl, tales of bioweapons, mutant creatures, Aurora crystallite, a dark legacy tied to the Cold War. Welcome to the mystery of Plum Island, where the truth might be stranger and more terrifying than fiction. Hit that subscribe button and let's dive into the shadows. Let's start with what we're told. In 1954, the U.S. Department of Agriculture set up the Plum Island Animal Disease Center to protect America's livestock from foreign animal diseases, like foot and mouth disease, a highly contagious virus that could cripple the meat industry. Imagine barns full of cows, their hooves blistering, unable to stand as a plague sweeps through. Plum Island's mission? Stop that nightmare before it reaches our shores. The island's isolation made it perfect, surrounded by cold, restless waters, a natural barrier against escaped germs. Today, it's run by the Department of Homeland Security, with labs sealed tight behind airlocks and decontamination showers. It's all very clinical, very noble. But here's the catch. The tighter the security, the wilder the rumors grow. Because when a place is this secretive, armed guards on boats, restricted airspace, and a history of silence, people start asking, what are they really hiding? The first conspiracy takes us back to the 1940s. Meet Erich Traub, a German virologist who worked for the Nazis during World War II. Picture him in a Stark lab, surrounded by vials of glowing green liquid, experimenting with viruses that could wipe out entire populations of livestock. His goal? Biological warfare to starve the Allies into submission. After the war, the US scooped him up in Operation Paperclip. You know, that shady program where we hired Nazi scientists to beat the Soviets. And guess where Traub ended up? Plum Island. By 1951, he was reportedly leading research there, tinkering with ticks and pathogens. Conspiracy theorists say Traub brought his Nazi playbook with him. Recipes for weaponized diseases. They claim Plum Island wasn't just about defense, it was a bioweapons factory. The evidence? Thin but chilling. Declassified documents showed Traub studied ticks as disease vectors, carriers for biological attacks. And Plum Island's early years were cloaked in secrecy with little oversight. Was Traub cooking up something sinister? We may never know. But the idea sticks like a tick on skin. Now, let's talk about Lyme disease, the conspiracy that hits closest to home. In 1975, something strange happened in Lyme, Connecticut, just 10 miles from Plum Island. Kids started getting sick. Swollen joints, fever, exhaustion, like arthritis from nowhere. Scientists traced it to ticks carrying a bacteria called Borrelia burgdorferi. But here's the twist. Lyme disease exploded in the Northeast, right near Plum Island, and some say it's no coincidence. The theory? Plum Island was experimenting with ticks, maybe even weaponizing them. And something went wrong. Imagine this. A stormy night, a hurricane battering the island, like the one in 1978 that damaged its facilities. Ticks, infected with experimental germs, escape into the wild. They hitch a ride on birds or swim across the narrow channel to the mainland. Suddenly, a rare disease is everywhere. Critics point to lab leaks, like the 1978 foot and mouth outbreak that escaped Plum Island's containment. Could Lyme be another accident? The government says no, Lyme predates the lab, but the timing, the ticks, the proximity, it's enough to make you wonder. Then there's the Montauk Monster. July 2008. Montauk, New York, just 15 miles from Plum Island. Beachgoers stumble on a carcass unlike anything they've seen. Picture it. A swollen, leathery body, no fur, a beaker snout, and creepy clawed paws. The internet explodes. What is this thing? Some call it a bloated raccoon. Others, a Plum Island experiment gone rogue. Rumors ignite. Hybrid creatures, genetic tampering, animals stitched together in Frankenstein labs. And it's not just one sighting. In 2010, another body washes up, almost human, but not quite. Twisted limbs, a skull too long, flesh peeling away. Locals whisper, Plum Island's dumping ground. The official story? Natural mutations or hoaxes. But with the island's track record, leaks, secrecy, and strange science, the monster theory lingers like a bad dream. So, what's Plum Island today? It's winding down. By 2023, its mission moved to a shiny new lab in Kansas. The island's up for sale, developers drooling over its beaches, Trump even eyeing it for a golf course. But the conspiracies don't die. Picture this: abandoned labs, rusting equipment, secrets buried in the soil. Environmentalists fight to preserve it, fearing contamination. And the questions remain. Did Plum Island birth Lyme disease? Did it spawn monsters? Was it a bioweapons hub? The government says it's all nonsense, just a lab protecting cows. Yet the leaks, the Nazis, the ticks, the bodies, they paint a darker picture. Plum Island's story is a puzzle with missing pieces. Science, secrecy, and shadows. What do you think? Lab leaks or wild lies? Drop your thoughts below. Smash that like button if you're hooked, and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Until next time, keep questioning the shadows.